Japanese Week.
Okay. Hey. Hey. Hey.
Judo is one of the four major Japanese martial arts. It was created in 1882 by Jigoro Kano. All of the traditional martial arts during this period had fallen out of favor due to the Emperor Meiji's desire to eliminate the samurai class and to westernize Japan. It was Kano Sensei's desire to create a sport that honored the samurai tradition and brought the respect of the Japanese people back. By studying the techniques of other jiu-jitsu schools and incorporating his Western education and sports theory, he created an institution of learning to develop the youth of Japan. All of the techniques in judo are based on the samurai, but are intentionally designed to be non-lethal in order to reinforce its underlying philosophy of peace. Consequently, judo lends itself to applications of self-defense, law enforcement, and sports competition. The purpose of Gardena Judo is to develop mental and physical character, as well as to establish good relationships with the community. Judo is one of the most taxing martial arts to learn because every throw involves falling flat on your back or throwing someone flat on their back. The first thing we learn is ukemi. One of the innovations that Kano Sensei brought to the martial arts was the repetition of moves so that there's muscle memory. Our youngest players begin at 6 years old, and we play all the way through adulthood. So the first thing we learn is how to take ukemi, which is to fall to the mat. We begin seated, then kneeling, then standing. The second thing we do is uchikomi, practicing our movements over and over and over again. Our students are demonstrating a forward throw and a backward throw. You'll see our senseis and our youngest students playing today. Gardena Judo is one of the oldest Japanese dojos in the United States, continuous in the United States. Two of our senseis on the mat grew up in this dojo, and on the mat today we have parents and 5 sets of siblings. A foundational principle of judo is that a move done technically well levels the playing field. In theory, there is no difference between the ability of a man and a woman, a big player and a small player, even a less experienced player and a more experienced player, if the techniques are applied correctly. So most of our older students compete regularly, and most of them played in the Junior Olympics last month. So the next thing we're going to demonstrate for you is the competitive form of judo. With its acceptance into the Olympics in 1964, the focus of judo went from a martial art to an actual sport. Rules were integrated so that there was a scoring system and also a system for promotion. We're going to show you both the old Japanese way of promotion and also the more modern way of competition. competition. Players play one-on-one with one referee. What we're going to show you first is a demonstration of how judo used to be practiced competitive style. It is called kohaku. So, students would line up by size. Smallest player plays first. Whoever wins the most rounds wins the tournament. You play until you are defeated. In this particular case, our players are going to be going against their senseis and demonstrating throwing techniques. So Jaden is just 9 years old and competes on a regular basis. This is Jack, one of our brand new yellow belts. Today on the mat we have 3 brand new yellow belts that were promoted 2 weeks ago. So Kate's older sister is on the mat as well. And in judo, the Japanese adage of fall down 7, stand up 8 is very applicable. This is Ella. She just got her yellow belt. And this is Saul. He also just got his yellow belt. So we practice traditional judo at Regina Judo, and we still try to make it fun and beneficial for the kids. Respect and honor is important to us, so we maintain the traditions of honor for our senseis. More experienced players are going to demonstrate with Sensei Patrick as their uke. These are the older siblings of the kids you just saw play.
Let's go, Rylan! Good job, Ryan.
This is Caden. This is Caden's older brother, Ryan. Did you believe he's only 2 years This is Garrett. He's been playing with us, I think, 4 or 5 years. I can never remember his name. This is Jaden's older sister, JC. And Garrett's older brother, Caden. So in judo, our scoring system sounds really complicated. It's not. Ippon is a hard, forceful throw with control on the back. It's the equivalent of a knockout. You win the match. Anything else is a wazari. A wazari, you get 1.4, 2 wazaris, the match is over. You can also pin, armbar, and choke. So now we're going to show you the modern form of competition with 2 players, usually matched in size and belt, and 1 referee. Hard control on the mat. So I'm just going to tell you often point him out, but the sensei who taught them everything they know before they get to the big mats is watching today, and he's very excited. Okay, so now we're going to have Kate and Jack. Jack's at a little bit of a disadvantage. Kate is one class ahead of him.
Men!
Fight, Jack, fight!
Men! So in competition, not only do we win points for throwing, we also can be penalized for not attacking, ducking, pushing out, or anything else that impedes our opponent from being able to get in and throw. Nobody scores, it's a tie. Now we're going to have Kaylin. No, we're going to have Caden and Rylan. Men! Come on, guys, let's go.
So Rosaria, no pin. If she had pinned her, she'd only have to hold it for 15 seconds. Into the match, Caden wins. As I mentioned before, one of the principles of judo is that good technique levels the playing field. So we're going to have Riker versus Garrett. Garrett is in the orange belt. Whether or not he wins here, Garrett has felled many a larger player. His technique is good and fast. So he won last night when we rehearsed. I'm guessing Riker's prepared this morning. And Garrett wins the match. Say hooray! So now you're going to see two players of equal rank. They actually are almost 2 years apart in age. Caden is older. And both of them have older, larger siblings at home who are also judo players. Caden wins the match. JC and our other Caden are next. They were sparring partners for years, so this should be an interesting match. Again, they actually started together and are almost exactly the same way. Good judo can be a real equalizer between smaller women and men. I have to go.
皆さんこんにちは。ご覧の通り、柔道は子供だけで対決するスポーツではなく、大人同士でも対決します。今対決している2人は ブリー先生と私のお母さんです。誰が勝つでしょう。
最高に左乗せてポン
勝利はブリー先生の方です。
So now we'll see our senseis play. In judo, our self-defense form is called Goshin Jutsu. It is the form where we use weapons and learn how to defend ourselves against them. On the mat, there are rules. In the real world, there are not. This form helps us handle ourselves should a situation outside the dojo occur. In Goshin Jutsu, we use a cooperative form of practice where multiple players attack a single player at a time, and you must choose to use the proper technique. Sensei Yuki just demonstrated competitive throwing. And now we'll see Tadashi Sensei modify competitive throws for street situations. Sensei Patrick is going to demonstrate for us all wrist throws. And now Sensei Ken is going to demonstrate self-defense against traditional Japanese weapons. Kanto. No problem. Chair. No problem. Baseball bat. No problem. And finally, the most iconic of Japanese weapons. Katana. And it's out of there. Thank you, gentlemen.
Wait a minute. Why do you guys do that when the boys like to do this? What? You mean what?
Get a can, girl, get a can.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it?
Brianna grew up in our dojo.
Out of here! Stop!
So unlike other martial arts, judo does not depend on striking to defend yourself.
Stop!
Thank you very much for attending our demonstration today. We are Gardena Judo. We meet at the Gardena Japanese Cultural Institute on Mondays and Thursdays from 6:30 to 9:30, and on Fridays from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock for Goshin Jutsu. Please come and join us anytime. We would love to have you.
Oh.